Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to David Pulver Speaks. And in this episode, we're going to be looking at the new Lead to Field coaching program. Basically, going to give a review of it. You know how we do it here at David Pulver Speaks. First of all, I only speak about that which I love, or maybe not, depending on my dealings with it. But I can speak wholeheartedly about this product because I do love it, because I do own it, because I am going through it, and I want to share with you guys my findings of this program, which has been quite incredible. It's been a really cool process, and I just want to share and give you behind the veil, if you want to say, experience of what I'm going through and what you could potentially go through if you decide that this may be something for you. Just to give you a little quick background about what's going on with Lead to Field, Earl Nightingale, he's actually created this program, I guess in the mid 50s or like late 50s, early 60s. No, it was definitely late 50s. And Earl Nightingale was basically, he's one of the persons that's responsible for the whole personal development recorded media movement. You know, you can Google and get some more information about yourself. I don't want to bombard you with too much excess information that you have easy access to. What I want to do is give you some things that I have found personally and show you some interesting things about what's going on with the program. And I'm not sure how you came to this particular video. First of all, if it's your first time on my page, my world of David Pulver Speaks, thank you for hanging out with me. But you probably either came from Bob's, the Proctor Gallagher Institute sales page, which is right here. And if you didn't, you definitely want to check it out. I'm gonna include a link for it inside this video at the bottom. But this is very thorough, very straight to the point, and it actually gives you exactly what's going on with this program. This is a 120-day coaching system now. It's not like 2 or 3 days, you know. It's actually 24 lessons over 120 days. You have 12 different audios. You have an action planner. There's like 240 some different pages. I think it's 246, I believe. But it's very massive, and it's designed for you to, you know, to live your better life, you know, to really make your income match your dreams. You know, all too often we look at dreams and we can't connect the dots. We can't figure out how to make it happen. And if money is one of your dreams, which you may not know that money is a direct dream of yours, but see, money is neutral. It's neither good nor bad. You know, money magnifies who you are. If you are like a horrible person, you're just gonna be a horrible person with money. And horrible people can attract money to them. You know, it's not. Let me debunk that myth that horrible people don't have money, because we probably know some. But if you're a great person, you're just gonna become a greater person with more money, and you can do more things that you're inclined to do in your natural state. So money is neutral. It simply magnifies who you are. But if you have dreams, and in this dispensation of where we live, most of the time, 99% of the time, the only way to access those dreams is by exchanging of this form of goods and services called money. You know, so money is very important. It's very important as the oxygen that we need to breathe air. So people who say that money ain't really important, don't make you happy, I will submit to you that they've really never had it. You know, money doesn't necessarily, it does make you happy, because it gives you access to things that you really want and desire. So trust me, I'm trying to think of a way where money don't make you happy, but it does. Come on, get over it. But anyway, anywho, back to the point. All right, so if you have not seen, this could be a whole site for the program, because it really delineates exactly what's going on from the whole course. I'll let you thumb through this and check it out, because this is something that you have access to, and it's in the public domain. What I'm going to show you is behind the veil. I already did a video which you should have seen if you're not subscribed to my channel, because I gave you a sneak peek of my back office of the program and all the bonuses and whatnot that is available to you if you decide that you want to make your income match your dreams and leave the field wherever you are. Like when Earl Nightingale created this, lead the field. What does that really mean? It's like no matter what industry you in, are you going to lead it? You know, do you have desire to lead it, and why not? I mean, because so few people really do. You know, they don't really set that mark to of excellence, of mastery. You know, you can do that, and if you do that, man, you actually harmonize with your natural state and with the universe, and then becomes everything that you want actually comes to you versus you fighting hard trying to get it, which, you know, is actually the reverse. You got to allow this stuff to come to you once you raise your awareness to the level that it needs to be. All right. Now, all right. So that's all I really want to show you on that. Now, so it's two ways. You probably either came from the sales page, or you may have come from the webinar that Bob does. He frequently does it, and listen. Let me drop a disclaimer. Not only do I have this program that I paid for, that I love, that I use daily now, but I'm also a certified consultant of the Proctor Gallagher Institute, which basically means that all my life I've loved helping people, and my nature is a giver and a helper. So when I began to develop myself, and I found out there was a way for me to help others and use the credibility of the Proctor & Gallagher Institute, who is one of my greatest mentors right now, it was a no-brainer. So you should know that. I just want to make sure that you do know that, and I want to hold any wool over your eyes to let you know what the real deal is. And if you check out the blog, my home site, davidpoperspeaks.com, you will see I give you so much wisdom that has been passed from Bob to me, and I release it to you guys because if it benefits me, it will benefit you as well. You know, and my first and most important thing that I want to do is serve you guys. I want to have the heart of a servant, and I want to make sure that we rise, because I'm rising. My awareness expanded, and as I rise, I want you to rise too, because it's a decision. You don't have to stay where you are, no matter where you are. If you up here, go higher. If you're down here, come higher. It's a simple decision. All right, cool. All right, now what I'm gonna do right now, I'm actually gonna log into my back office. Boom. After you decide to embark upon this 120-day coaching program, you will get a back office similar to this. I got some other things going on back here because, like I said, I told you I'm a consultant, and I have some other programs that I paid for, or some of them was actually gifted to me. So that is awesome. But let's click into the new Lead the Field Coaching Program section in my back office, and I'm gonna do something that I normally don't typically do. So there's an introduction here that I'm actually going to play for you guys. That's basically is going to be Bob's own word. He's the main teacher of this program. So what he basically did was he took the Lead the Field program, which is what he was using back in the 60s, to basically change his life around from earning $4,000 a year to over $1 million, within 5 years, at $175,000 within 1 year. So, and he came from when you listen, you'll listen to him, but when he'll tell you that he was messing up big time, horribly, he was failing immensely. So he has the moral authority and the real sense, pertinent information, and what word I'm looking for? He has the energy of the transference of energies that says, this is what I've used to create my life, to create my company, to manifest my dreams, to make my income match my dreams match my income. This is what I was using. Not only was it so an integral part of what I was using, I want to interject the insights that I pull from it and show you how I use it. And he put it into this powerful Lead the Field program. So this is him talking about it. I'm gonna let you check it out. It's 10 minutes long, 10 minutes and 9 seconds. All right, you cool? All right, check it out. Here we go. Let me blow it up first so you can really deal with the totality of it. Here we go.
Hello there and welcome. I'm Bob Proctor. And I want to congratulate you for enrolling in this new Lead the Field coaching program. And I want to encourage you to use it exactly the way we suggest. It won't be that difficult, but it won't be easy because you haven't formed the habit of using it yet. But you can get in the habit very, very quickly. It's a 120-day program. 120 days from now, you're going to need a telescope to look back and see where you started. This is a phenomenal program. Now, I'm going to tell you, I haven't got any doubt as to whether this works or not. I was losing. I always had been losing. I was 26 years old. I got into this program, it changed my life like night and day. I've earned millions of dollars. I have a company that operates all over the world. In fact, the company was so successful, Sandy Gallagher closed her law practice, and she had been very successful as a securities attorney to join me in this company. And we're excited about the new Lead the Field coaching program. We're excited about what it can do for millions of people all over the world. Let me tell you a little bit about the background of this program. Way back around 1934 in Long Beach, California, Earl Nightingale was around 17 years old. And he had been told as he started to grow up by his parents that don't seek wealth, don't want to be wealthy. Wealthy people aren't happy. But he said, I used to go down around the yacht club in Long Beach, and he said there were some beautiful big yachts there, very expensive ones. And he said some of the people on those yachts were laughing. They were very happy. But he said some of them weren't very happy. And then he went back into his own neighborhood where it was very, very middle of the road, ordinary neighborhood. And he said some of those people were very happy, but some of them were bouncing each other off the wall. They weren't happy at all. And he said, I determined at a very young age that it really didn't make any difference as to whether you were happy or not, as to whether you could be wealthy or not. So I decided I was going to be wealthy. Then if I was miserable, at least I could be comfortable, which was pretty good reasoning. But Earl started to study, why did successful people become successful? Now that has been studied by people for centuries. You can go far back, you can go back into the Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, the Torah, the Bible, all the religious books, all the scientific books. People have wanted to know, why is it that so few people really make things happen in their life, while so many others just level out and live almost the same all their adult life? It has nothing to do with intelligence, because some of the most intelligent people don't do very well. And some people who are functionally illiterate build big organizations, earn millions of dollars. It has nothing to do with gender, because both men and women win and lose. It has nothing to do with age. Some are fairly old and some are fairly young. Do you know what it has to do with? It has to do with understanding the laws of the universe. And that has been a subject that hasn't been that easy to study for a long, long time. I think we're making it easier now. The Proctor Gallagher Institute has been dedicated on making this study easier so people can get it without as much trouble, and get it a lot faster. And that's what you're going to find in the new Lead the Field coaching program. You see, way back in the early 60s, I got a hold of Earl Nightingale's Lead the Field. I ultimately went to work with Earl Nightingale and Lloyd Conant, his business partner, and I was studying this like a scientist. You see, I got a hold of this in the early 60s, and without any formal education, no business experience, I built a company that operated in Toronto, Montreal, Boston, Cleveland, Atlanta, London, England. I was earning over $1 million a year. When I started, I was earning $4,000, and I had a terrible record behind me. So what happened? That's what I want to know. What actually happened? I've been raised to believe if you're going to earn a lot of money, you've got to be really smart. I knew I wasn't very smart, but I was doing fairly well. I was raised to believe if you don't go to school, you can't win. I hadn't gone to school, but I was winning. So I wanted to know what happened. Now, I'd been listening to Lead the Field on these little 7-inch discs. There was a dozen of them. And I'd been listening to them over and over and over again for years. Now, I thought there's got to be more than this, because the information on here is not too mind-blowing. It's not going to give you a brain hernia. But I thought there's something happened to me. What happened and why? And I had difficulty finding anybody who could tell me. It took me 9.5 years. And it was while I was working with Earl Nightingale and Lloyd Conant that I figured it out. You see, when Earl made this, We lived in a different world. It was a totally different world. You know, we can communicate all over the world. There's as much power in this little phone as the power was in the computer that took the first rocket to the moon. Yeah. No, our world has changed and changed dramatically. Earl, when he made this, could not put all the laws in there because people wouldn't understand it. We didn't talk about the spiritual aspect of a personality, or that a person is a soul. They don't have one. That was left to religious organizations and scientific organizations, but not to a personal development company. They didn't bother with that. Earl buried it all in here. And it was through the repetition of listening to this, I listened to it on this little recording. Rather strange. It's just a little battery-operated record player. And I used to drive around listening to these records. And it was the repetition of it that burnt it into my mind. When I started to study it, when I started to work with Earl and Lloyd and really figure out what's in here, I thought, wow. Well, then, here a few years back, I went and I sat down with Vic Conant, who's the chairman now. Both Lloyd and Earl have passed on to the next phase of their eternal journey. And I talked to Vic and I said, Vic, I have learned so much about what's in this. I would like to create a program. And so together, we decided to do that. Sandy Gallagher and I sat down and we put something together. Look at it. There's 232 pages. Powerful information. You hear about the laws are all in here, every one of them, and we explain how they work. We explain what attitude is. Attitude takes in the three parts of your personality. You're a triune being. You live simultaneously on three planes of understanding. I'm not going to go into it all here in this introduction, but I do want you to get into it all. And I'm going to ask you to use this exactly the way we recommend. Now, it's not too difficult, and yet on the other hand, it's not too easy. You're not in the habit of using it, so it'd be easy to skip a couple of days and then come back. Don't do that. Make a decision that you're going to form the habit of using this the way we've suggested for the next 120 days. I guarantee you it will change your life. You'll need a telescope to look back and see where you are. We have designed this in such a way, Sandy Gallagher and I have, for you to get out of it what we have got out of it. It's very powerful, very, very powerful. You have to ask yourself, why is it that so many brilliant people struggle and many brilliant people struggle? Do you know only 3 or 4 or 5% of the population really make it big? Most people just level out all through life. They never go after what they really want. We should ask ourselves why they don't. They don't because they can't see how to get there. You're going to find out as you start digging into this that you don't have to know how to get there. We will show you why Hillary got to the top of Mount Everest, how and why the Wright brothers got us in the air, how Steve Jobs did this. In fact, he pointed out you cannot connect the dots looking ahead. You can only connect them looking backwards. Very, very big idea. This is one of the most powerful programs you've ever got involved in. And it runs every day for 120 days. You will see your world just keep getting better. It took me 10 years to figure out how and why it works. It won't take you 10 years. In 120 days, you will be able to look back and you'll see every change in how it happened and you'll know why it happened. That will prepare you then to go off into the uncharted future. Don't just do what somebody else has done in the past. That's a repeat performance. Go where no one's ever been. That is what makes life really interesting. Do you know Lincoln said to believe in the things you can see and touch is no belief at all. To believe in the unseen is a triumph and a blessing. We're going to introduce you to the part of you that you cannot see, neither can anybody else, but you can understand. So dig in. Make the new Lead the Field coaching program the instrument that's going to give you everything you want, because it will give you everything you want. This is Bob Proctor. Thank you.
there you go. There you have it. And the words from the mouth and the words of the man himself. Yeah, guys. So I'm excited for you, even for if you're just going to be a innocent bystander and watch me go through this course and hopefully pick up some ideas and some universal truths about how to do some things. And even more excited for those who decide to, I want to do that. I want to make that happen right now. And if you do, I want to extend a personal invitation to you, because I'm going to be here with you. Basically, I want to make sure that as you go through the program, I'll be here to guide you through it myself. I'm gonna create a mastermind where we get together and we discuss what's happening, and talk about our aha moments, and just really be a support system for each other. If that sounds appealing to you, by all means, click the link, one of the links below. If not, it's cool. But I'm excited, and because I've actually been through half the course. So I actually got this course a while back, probably about 4 months ago. And as you get to each lesson over here, it actually opens up. I started it, I made it to the 6th week, and I'm gonna be honest with you, well, not the 6th week, because every lesson is 10 days. The first 5 days, well, I'll break it down. I don't want this to be too long. My next video that I'm going to shoot is going to tell you everything that I was about to tell you right now. Aha, got you. So you know what you got to do? Yep, subscribe to my channel, and then you'll be able to see what's going on with the next video. But I appreciate you guys for coming out. Remember that abundance is your birthright, but you will only partake of that which your subconscious will allow you to discern. Look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.